of this world. And I told those men, you have the power. You have not only the power, but you have the responsibility to change your life. Now, it's this responsibility issue that's a sticking point. I have believed long ago that each person is self-responsible. Self-responsible to himself and to God and to society, to make the most of himself and herself and to become a productive, contributing member of society. I guess I learned that from my mother, who taught 7 grades in one room for $65 a month in the 40s and 50s. And we walked to school 4 miles and walked back 4 miles. They took the bus and left the walking to us. And constantly my mom would look down at me as we trod those muddy roads and said to me, son, the world doesn't owe you a thing. See, and some of these young kids today, they think everybody owes them something. You have the power, I told them. Not only that, you have the responsibility. Now, you see, power and responsibility go together. Say that.
Power and responsibility go together.
You cannot have your power until you accept your responsibility. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. I cannot have my power until I accept my self-responsibility. Let's hear it. I cannot have my power until I accept my self-responsibility. Now, I believe that the political system has got a trick and a brainwash going on here. Because they want you to think that somebody else is responsible for you. Well, do you realize that's still the plantation? Our Father who art in Washington, Lord have mercy on you. No, the Lord is my shepherd. Don't ever think that somebody else is responsible for you. Because whoever that is will be your master, your idol God. You are not free as long as you believe that somebody else is responsible for you. Oh my goodness, such heresy. I'm responsible for myself, as I say, to myself, to God. And I'm responsible to society to make the most of myself and to be a contributing, self-supporting member of society. You know, it's just like marriage for a moment. If you're not married yet, don't you ever marry anybody looking for somebody to make them happy. As the little girl said on television, there's going to be trouble. Because you see, whenever that person isn't happy, it means that you're not living up to your responsibility to them. And if you're looking for somebody to make you happy, shame, shame on you. Because you see, once you give somebody the responsibility to make you happy, you also give them your power to make you sad. Power and responsibility are connected. Let's hear it.
Power and responsibility are connected.
And I believe that that's why certain segments of the political system does not want minorities, and particularly black minorities, to take responsibility for themselves. I don't want to have to send my kid outside of my house to get breakfast. I don't want to depend on anybody for insurance. First place, I've got blessed assurance. I want to decide what kind of insurance I've got. I've got a multi-million-dollar retirement fund that's already fully funded, y'all. And I keep telling them that up at the church. They don't mess with me too much. I've got my multi-million-dollar retirement fund, and it's already funded. You see, because I've seen some things in my almost 50 years of ministry. Your ministers passing on in the church, throwing the wife and kids out of the parsonage. I figured I'm responsible not to let that happen to my wife and kids. One of the first things I did after I got married, I told my wife, send for an insurance agent. And at that particular time, I took out an insurance for $100,000, which was more money than we had ever heard about in those days. And so that in case I decided to pass on, if she cried, it wouldn't be because she was wondering how she was going to pay the bills. See all these women crying at the funeral? It's the bills, honey. It's the bills. Finally, when the policy was issued, the insurance man came back and gave us a copy of it. And after he left, my wife said, aha, I and my next husband are going to live it up. I said, call that man right back here. And I put a big insurance on her. And I said to her, now I and my next whatever are going to live it up. You know, try this wife business again. But what is this showing? It is showing self-responsibility. Now, I'm still somewhat of a chauvinist. I'm a chauvinist enough to believe that to be a man, and my mama always told me again, my mama done told me. She told me, son, a man is more than breath and breeches. And I believe that it's a man's responsibility as a husband and a father to provide for his family while he's on this earth and even in the event that he passes on. The Bible says a good man. Come on, women, let me hear you say a good man. Oh, shucks. Let me tell you what a good man is. The Bible says that a good man leaves an inheritance. for his children's children. You see, they